Hello. So, we are going to be continuing this retirement village we've got going. It's looking alright. It's still got a long way to go. Um, I have just deleted all the walls inside all the houses on this side because I've decided to change the format to this one over here because it works a lot better. Before, I couldn't fit two Sims in the one bed, the one double bed, because it wasn't really fitting in the room very well. But now I've made it so it's accessible on both sides. We've still got the kitchen and a dining room and a lounge room. It's still looking cute and I like it better this way. So we're just about to go ahead and do the same to all of the other rooms, all the other little houses. Okay, we've got them looking pretty much the same again, but with the new design. Just add the doors in. I'll fix up the wallpaper and stuff properly soon. I just like to have it at least all one colour while I'm working with it. Okay. And also there will be some individuality about each little apartment or little house or whatever. Just for now, I'm going to build them roughly the same, and then once I get my characters in there, there's Clark. Once they're in their houses, I will personalize each one to their own likings. But for now, they're just going to be basic. All the same, just to get an idea. Oh, couldn't decide what one. Is this one super long? It's not too bad. I like that better. I'm super excited for the new pack, even though I probably won't get it straight away, but I'm hoping to. But farming and cottage living has been a dream for many on Sims, so I'm glad that we've been finally given exactly what we've been asking for. Okay, just move a kitchen over. Once we actually get started playing with this retirement village, you'll find that each sim has their own unique traits and personalities, so it's going to be a funny one. I've played with them a little bit already, and they interact quite funny. A couple of the Sims you might recognize as a few of the elderly people who are actually base game Sims. Just going to put the cupboards in there, that way I can just, wait, move Rob. Put the fridge too close. Alright, we'll just work with that for now. Get the kitchens in. Almost done, and then maybe we can do some gameplay. Now that the Sims have a slightly more set up village. When I first made this little village, I only really set up one house, and one tiny house with one toilet and one double bed that they won't sleep in together. It was very difficult with 8 Sims. So I had to get on it. Start making the rest of the little houses. See, like with the fronts, I couldn't decide whether I liked this window or this window. So I decided to do both, and I'm not sure. I feel like it looks okay, but I'm not sure. I'm not fully decided on that yet. There's still a lot to do, a lot of landscaping, all the little bits. Where are we up to? Yeah. I like how there's like a sim standing in each house, like they've claimed their homes. No, I choose where you live. Oh. Sorry, won't be a second. Okay. Where are we at? Let's look from above. Make sure everything's sitting decently. That's not good. Alrighty. Those ones need the little dining table set up, but I think I'll leave that for now. Maybe I want this here. Yep. And we need stair railings. Of course. Why can't I put it there? Alright. The fence. Silly. Yep. And maybe I'll put some on the front. Cool. Get this fence. I think you can't get fence like this. Yep. It worked. All right. In just a second, I will show you our characters in this gameplay. Just save my changes. Okay, so we'll start at the beginning. Everyone is not feeling great right now. He is looking funny. Alright, so this is one of the elderly people that are already in the game. So this is Dennis Kim. And yeah, so he's pretty sad right now. He's actually in his active wear, so he's looking pretty pimp. And next we have Rebecca Mallory, I remember correctly. Yep, so she's actually a sim that I created. I'll go back to Dennis and tell you his traits. So Dennis is neat, he's a perfectionist, he loves the outdoors, and he's domestic. So I think that's a little bit to do with why he's been a bit sad because he misses his house and his family. But I have put the homely trait on this gameplay, and I have noticed that it actually has made him feel a little bit better, funny enough. So Rebecca Mallory, we've got a lot to say about her. She is a snob. She's very up herself. She didn't see herself at a retirement village like this one. Not really to her taste. She's quite disappointed a lot of the time about where she ended up, but things didn't really pan out all too well, but it doesn't stop her from being a snob. She's self assured, of course. She loves the outdoor, and she's a collector. She does have some good qualities. She can be nice, just to kind of fit in, but in general, she thinks some pretty bad things about you. So, here, we actually have a sim that I created a while ago, and I added her to this gameplay. She looks dirty and beaten up right now, but her name is Leonie. I remember Leonie Lansing. So Leonie looks like your average old lady, just sweet, chill, a little bit dirty, but she's anything but. She's evil, she's gloomy, active, and dastardly. So she's not the nicest person to be around, but she can fool you. She can be nice, but generally you leave the conversation feeling frustrated and angry. And sometimes your feelings are hurt too. I love, love, love the new water feature in the base game update that came out today. Like, look how gorgeous that is. And we have turtles. Like, turtles! Swans. And when it's in live mode, you can see dragonflies, frogs, little fireflies. Anything I put in there comes to life. It's amazing. Alright, so now we have, what's his name? No, it's Clark. Clark Corbin. Mr. Clark Corbin is not supposed to have a nose piercing, just so you're aware. I didn't take that off of him when I created him. But this is Clark Corbin. And his traits are he's a clumsy one. I've seen him fall over a few times. He's very outgoing, quite romantic to the right people, and he's gargacious. So his aspiration is to be friend of the world, cause he's just chill, just wants to get along with everybody. He's a bit of a klutz, but you know he's a likable soul. You're a nice guy, Clark. Ah, of course you're angry, aren't you? So I'm gonna change his outfit so you can see his everyday wear. But this is our grumpy old man. Oh yeah, look at that beard gut. So this is Ron Bernstein. And he is one hell of a character. Let me tell you that. He's just constantly angry. But there's a few things that scare him. He might act all tough, but he's very frightened of thunderstorms and ghosts. He's not as tough as he seems. Okay, this is another sim from the world. Again, she's in her working out outfit because that's what they were doing just before. I got them to do a group working out activity. We'll get her to change. And this
Kelsa?
is Vivian Lewis. So Vivian, I know, is a family person. She misses her family a lot. Yeah, she's domestic and family orientated. She's cheerful and a foodie. So generally, she's a pleasure to be around. But when she's not feeling too good, she can be a little bit cranky. Not gonna lie. And as you can see, she's not feeling too good right now. And last but not least, this is actually my favorite sim that I made. This is Shirley McCoy. So Shirley's a little bit bland, but she's just not so she's neat, she loves the outdoors, she's a bit of a loner, and she's a collector. But she gets on alright. She might be a loner, but she still socializes, still comes out of her shell quite a little bit. I think that this retirement village has really brought her out. I could see that when she was growing up, she was a bit of a loner, but you never know. Things can change for you here, Shirley. So I think that is everybody. Yep, we are back to Dennis. I forget Dennis's and Vivian's name because they're not actually the Sims I created. I just thought it'd be nice if we had some old people from the village to come to our village. So I'm just going to play with them for a little bit and see if all of their houses are generally working okay.
Oh. Boy. Oh. Ay, ay, ay.
Tooby Yix, Flinda? Nappy Yakka Chibs.
Oh.
Melpa
Ah.
Kompanolfi.
On a bitch. To be it. Grau u Fredizay. Red to say. Ikinoof. Abu da Brig.
Chabadoo. Quapavora. Fribs Kubarao. Dubma. Fintabili.
Falabalom. Harpin.
Hibby Chib. Yixoflis. Zeepanark. Grauas Fredishay.
Benorba KB Sibo.
Gown him.
Flows it.
Uh, oh.
Oh, neat.
Ah, our first problem. I didn't put some doors on the bathroom.
Garasha Bomwosa. Oh, Rolshba Quexana. Joking. You know the joking?
Sorry about that. Okay, good job, Bark Corbin.
Chuff! Snowy!
So you might be wondering why he's wearing panda pajamas. Well, that's because he's a sucker for a good, comfortable pair of pajamas. He's not embarrassed as long as they're comfortable. So I'd love to see these two cooking together. So basically, there's not enough room for them both to cook together. So she's cheering her on.
Kipoi. Chilu Jabin.
It's good to see you smiling.
Kompanolfi.
Crimbo Tube.
Huh?
Tredna.
Okay, I am happy with the layout of the houses. Now, I think it's time that I continue this work over here. So basically, I just need to get this fencing. The game is lagging a little bit. It's not what you want. Sims, even though they said they just did a patch for this kind of stuff. That made the sound like it went there, but it didn't. Went there. Why is it being difficult? So while we're here, this is like their little common room, like a little activity room. It's still also got some work to do. I've kind of just put the activities in here, but eventually it'll be a little bit more sorted. Just for now, so they have something to do. Oh, sorry about all the spinning. Okay, so what's going on here with the color? So basically, there's this idea that I'm going to use for when I actually start this Let's Play. And it is an idea from Little Simsy, which I'm sure if you play The Sims or watch, Simmers on YouTube or Twitch, you've probably heard of Little Simsy. So her idea is to put a couple of ideas into a spin the wheel type of idea on the internet. And once you do that, so you've got like a couple ideas, and some may be things that you want to do, some maybe not so much, so it's a little bit risky. But you spin the wheel, and whatever it lands on, like, needs to happen during that recording. So, for example, she had a couple of ideas like, does my sim get pregnant, or do I go and break up a marriage? I think one was, or hers specifically was, do I go and seduce Agnes Crumplebottom? She didn't get that one though. Would have been good. Okay. So I think that they're generally right. Oh, what happened here? Sometimes I wish this game wasn't so slow.